Let me know if you could hear me. Let me know if you could hear me. Guys, I've been so busy this week. I have been really busy. Hey. I went visit my mom today. I had a really good visit with my mother. Hey. Okay, guys. All serious, all playfulness, just, you know. Okay, guys, seriously. Okay. Thank you guys for your likes, shares, and subscribe. As I was sitting here today, and I was thinking, I was meditating. Of course, I meditate all the time. And of course, I've been getting questions about my fireplace. Guys, the fireplace and the candles, it helps my intuition. And it helps soothe me and calms me when I meditate. If you notice, I've always had some type of fireplace. And I try to teach you guys, but I can bring you to it, but I can how they say that? I can bring the plate to you, but I can't make you eat it. I make a serene area in my home, okay? And that helps with your intuition. That helps with you connect to the higher spirits. That help you align yourself with your higher purpose. Being in a serene atmosphere environment. You have to make some part of your house a very spiritual area where you pray, meditate, where you can go somewhere and just be calm. You know, I know a lot of people have kids, young kids, older kids still living at home. I get that. But if you guys remember back in the day how they say our older ancestors, our older moms and dads, uncles, grandmothers, they used to go in the closet and pray. And I remember seeing my mother in the closet praying one day. hmm And why they did in the closet, I guess I don't know. I guess that was the only place that they had that was a common area, that was secluded, that was quiet. But what I learned in my journey, guys, is that making a peaceful area and a sacred area in your home will bring a lot of good outcome and help you align with your higher purpose. Okay? And again, I can only teach you guys. I hope you can hear me. I really do. Because this not hearing me stuff is really getting old. But I pulled out my Divine Feminine cards, guys, because a lot of you, I'm just clearing my area, guys. This is a cinnamon stick. You don't have to buy anything expensive. You can have a cinnamon stick. Okay? Google what cinnamon do. I don't have time to tell y'all, but just Google what cinnamon do. Okay? But not that I don't have time, but the deal of it is, you guys have to learn to read and study on your own. You can't just come to tarot and think, okay, I'm going to learn everything from you. You have to be able to have your mind of your own. I just want to tell you guys that. A lot of people depend on tarot. Okay, if that's your thing, that's your thing, not judging. But you also have to depend on your own mind. You have to have your own mind, guys. Okay? Because you can listen to tarot all day long, but you still have to know what God is trying to say to you. Okay? I can't tell you what God is trying to say to you. You have to pray and get one with the Holy Spirit. But I'm doing this Divine Feminine read because, for one, it was in my spirit to do it, and I haven't did it in a while. And a lot of you guys want love. You're always looking for love readings. I mean, I was the same way. You know, I'm not going to lie. I get that. But you have to, it has to be more out there and more tools out there for you to understand that you have to fix yourself. Everybody is broken in some way, form, or fashion. Nobody is perfect. But when you acknowledge that you are broken in certain areas, you're able to fix that. And that's the hardest thing, to admit where you're broken at. But guess what? Once you admit that you are broken and where you are broken at, and you're able to mend that in your life, you have to mend the broken pieces in your life in order to move on in love. Everybody wants love, but only a few find true love. And you know, I don't think they don't find true love because it's not out there. I believe because there's so many broken people out there that won't admit that they need to be fixed. And then they get in connections hoping that the next person can fix them. You can't do that. Well, you do what you want to do, but that's not the right way to do it. Hey guys, what am I doing? I'm glad you guys can hear me. I'm doing a reading, really. But thank you guys for coming on. Make sure you hit the like button. You know, and I'm going to say this. I was like that. I was like that. We all were like that. I'm not ashamed to say I was like that. I remember a time I would have been. Okay, but you know what? I'm elevating and aligning myself with my higher purpose. And that's why God has given me these messages to give to you guys. How you going to go in a relationship and say you want love, but then you bringing all this garbage? It's like you tie some garbage to your arm and you dragging the garbage with you and saying, okay, I want you to love me. 2 out of 1, you saying you love somebody, but do you know how to love? If you don't love yourself, you can't love the next person. And that's for real. Okay, you say you love me, but looking on the outside in, it doesn't look like you loving yourself. And you know, I had to look at that myself. I said I love someone, but how can I love someone if I'm not loving Sharon? Because love is not all about putting the next person first. It's about equal reciprocity. And that's why a lot of us don't make it in a relationship. Because we don't understand equal reciprocity. But equal reciprocity comes from loving yourself. And how the next person perceives you. Do they see you as a partner? Do they see certain qualities in you that will make them think they can go further with you? They can only do that with a healed human. And that's why I'm making this video. I see too many people saying they want love, but they not loved. Let that sink in. And they keep bringing their past in the mix. Some people can't help it. Some people may not even know that they need help. You know, if you need help, go out there and get help. Get evaluated by a doctor. I mean, I'm not telling you things that I have not done. And I had to really look at myself and say, you know what, God? It's not time right now. Okay? So let me pull some of these cards, guys. I have my Divine Feminine cards. I haven't used in a long time. The people that just now meeting me or just not coming on my channel, I am very intuitive. So I keep telling you guys, I only pull these for you because I'm telling you the message already. Nothing is pre-recorded, pre-taped. You know, a lot of times when I come on here, well, most of all the time, I let the Holy Spirit lead. Some things that I say, I'll be like, did I just say that? Seriously. That's how you know you tapped in. But let's see. Okay, divine feminines. Let's see. And guys, I want to say this too. If you're a divine feminine, you not just have to walk it. You have to walk it like you talk it. Meaning, when you go out in the world, you want to demonstrate and be an example that you are a divine feminine. You don't just want to be a divine feminine when you come here on YouTube, or I'm a divine feminine, but don't know the definition of it. Divine feminine to me is indicative of being a virtuous woman. Okay? For the ones that don't know that, again, study. Woo. Okay? All these cards came out, so I'm going to take it. It says, unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? Sarada Divine, the Divine Mother. Okay, this is your message from the Divine Mother. Unconditional love exists within me. Be happy with who you see within yourself. This one says, Rita of Caskia. Okay, it says, I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. You see what it says? My prayers. You can't get through this life and call yourself a divine, feminine, spiritual, Christian, whatever you call yourself, whoever you pray to, without prayer. Prayer changes things, okay? This one is Mashig Ladrone, okay? And it says, I see the light in my own darkness. Wow, I love this. You guys see what I'm saying? I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Meaning, let go of your ego. When you are really a godly man and or woman, you let go of your ego. You humble yourself. You let God take the wheel. God is now in control. And when you learn that, your life will be much better, much easier. Things will even be much clearer. The diamond-hearted Darkina. You know, that's powerful to say, I see the light in my darkness. You know what I get from that card? When we are at our darkest point in our life, it's hard to see the good in somebody when you're really going through something. Because when you're really going through something, the first thing a person wants to say is that, oh man, I can't be around this person. Oh, this person have a lot of problems. Oh, this person is doing or saying this, and I can't talk to this person. But you know what? Do they ever think to say, let me ask this person what they're going through? Maybe this person is going through something. This is why this person's presence brings so much darkness. When you have a darkness about yourself, it's still a light in that darkness somewhere. But you have to pull the light out of that darkness, if that makes sense to you guys. That's like with me. All the things I've been through, that's a darkness, to make it, to clarify it, okay? And some people say, how can you come out smelling like a rose? You know what I'm channeling now? What's that movie? Shawshank Redemption. And remember when that man, oh my God, God, you are so good. I'm going through that right now. I promise you I am. They lied on the man. The man was trying to tell everybody he was telling the truth. Nobody believed him. That poor man ended up being in jail, I think for 20 plus years or something like that. And he did not unalive the lady. He didn't unalive his wife. He didn't do it. But you know what? He was persecuted. put on trial, and was convicted for a crime he didn't commit. Nobody wanted to believe him. So when he did escape from jail, the poor man was raped in jail. All kinds of stuff happened to that man. But you know what? That man, sooner, he kept his cool and he escaped from jail. And you know what he said? How can, the other guy was Morgan Freeman. And Morgan Freeman, he told Morgan Freeman, when I get to the other side, I'm going to some island. I want you to come with me. And Morgan Freeman said when he really thought about how that man had to escape prison, how in the world did he do that coming out smelling like a rose? That's somebody's message. That man had to go through a tunnel with feces all in the tunnel. Something I don't know if I could do. But that man was determined because he said, nobody believed me. I don't have an advocate. I don't have nobody to speak for me. So I'm not going to rot in this place when I know I'm innocent. But you know what? God walked with that man. And that man came out smelling like a rose on the other side. And ended up having a beautiful life moving forward. But that man had to go through some shit, literally, before he got there. So that's a message for you guys. Okay? And this says, the mystic divine love. Love is divine. And I am nothing except love. This came up in reverse. So that means, that's letting me know you guys need to work on loving yourself more. We are, you know, you want to find love. I want to be loved. You know, I want to give love. But you can't do none of that. Loving yourself is going out there exercising, taking care of your body, taking care of your mental health, your physical health. That's loving yourself. Loving yourself is not just putting on nice clothes, putting on the best earrings. Oh, I'm about a bit. No, that's not the only part of loving yourself. And again, no judgment here, but I had to learn that. Okay? This one is Diana. It says, the language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. The tongue is a powerful thing. Whatever you speak into existence, it shall be. And the language in the natural world now is nothing but evil. It's nothing but evil. Nothing but evil. And evil begets evil. So that's how you have to be mindful and call it as you see it, so that it can be changed. And God will change it. Okay? This says, provider, the goodness of devotion. I am a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul involves. That sounds like Shay Shay. Because when I tell a person I love them, I love them. I understand love. I know love. I love myself inside and out. But I'm still working on a lot of things. And that's why I'm trying to get you guys to evolve to that level. But you cannot evolve to that level without knowing you have mistakes. You make mistakes. And to know that mistakes brings on perfection. Practice makes perfect. Okay? This says, in Hiduana, the highest priestess, I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. You have to be one, mind, body, and soul. And again, if you don't know how to get there, you have to pray. No tarot reading can help you. Nobody can help you. Prayer gets you there. You know, I was talking to my mom today, and I told my mom what I tell you guys. I trust in God with all I have. And I never give up on God. And whatever I go through, I still call on God because I know that God is able, and I believe that God will make a change. It may not be what I want it, but He gonna make that change. And before you elevate to the highest level, but to look at me and to know me, you have to know that everything about me is God. And God is love. So how they say that? For God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son. And whosoever believe in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. You know what I mean? You'll have everlasting life. You'll look real young. When you seek God and you teach God and you believe in the Word and you speak the Word, God will bless you with youth. That's Bible. And that is the end of your reading, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the reading and took something what I said to you, hey, and use it on a positive level. And you know, I don't care if I have 1 or 2 people in the chat. As long as I'm reaching one, how they say, reach one, teach one. That's how I think. Okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.